You probably didn't notice because it's the same make and model, although the colors are slightly different. But I'm on a new Kepler. About 5 days ago, my wife came in and woke me up early to inform me that when she got up, the garage door was standing open and 3 of our bikes had been stolen. About probably 2 weeks ago now, maybe a little less. I accidentally left my jacket on the coaster train. It had a garage door opener in it, but there was nothing otherwise that would identify where I lived. Oceanside is like 18 miles by 18 miles, so hundreds of square miles. $173,000 people live here. And so I sort of assumed that it would not be possible for someone to actually figure out which garage door that garage door opener would open, but apparently if you're determined enough. So I have one of those HiQ devices to tell me when the garage door is open or closed. I got that after I accidentally left the door open and had a bike stolen shortly after we moved here 4 years ago. And I've been pretty diligent about closing it. So I was able to check the history on the app, and I did in fact close the door after I came in. But somebody opened it at 4:13 in the morning. And took 3 of the 4 bikes. There's a Blix bike that my wife uses that they didn't take. Not exactly sure why, because one of the bikes they took was my old Brad cargo bike, which has 10,000 miles on it easy. It's like 6-7 years old now, and didn't even have the battery on it. But they took that, and they took my other rad bike, and they took this. I am kicking myself that I didn't just reset the garage door opener, so the opener or the garage door unit, so the opener would not work anymore. But I did not think that they would be able to track me down, and I was wrong, and it cost me 3 bikes. especially after I then reset the garage door and reprogrammed the openers and saw how unbelievably easy it was. I was extra annoyed with myself. But I ordered another Kepler because I have been happy with it. The other bikes I'm not going to bother to replace. It was nice having a backup if something went wrong with this, and having extras if we had company come visit who wanted a bike, but it doesn't come up enough that I need to rush out and buy another one. Reported it to the police, but after my last bike was stolen, I was told that most likely its fate was to get chopped up for parts down by the riverbed. But it arrived at my bike mechanic this morning, and he assembled it and put new Tannis liners in the tires, so I'm more or less back up to speed. They also got my helmet. So I'm using a cheap Walmart helmet for now, but I've got another nutcase helmet coming in. Found one on sale at Best Buy. It's black. I'd have gotten something would be easier to see, but wasn't worth the extra 20 bucks. I don't think of the bike having a lot of accessories, but when you have to buy them all again, I have a new thing to hold my phone and a new cord to charge the phone, and they did not take the spare battery that I had custom made and paid 800 bucks for, although you can get them now a lot cheaper, but they left that. They took the charger, so that is on order. Got a new basket. Bungee cords to hold the spare battery on. It could have been worse. I have a bad habit of not locking the back door. The garage is attached, but you just walk through a little patio and can get to the back door. So they didn't come in the house. They didn't do anything with the car. I heard somewhere that stealing an e-bike is sort of a low risk, high reward proposition. If they had managed to take the car, obviously the police would be out looking for it, and it's easier to spot. I am mad that, I got ripped off, but I have kind of come to accept the fact that while there's not a lot of personal crime, and I've never felt in any kind of danger, that unattended items are going to walk away around here. Plus, on some level, I have to admire is not the right word, but it was a week or so between when I lost the jacket and when the break-in happened, so obviously somebody had been out every night driving up and down. Seeing if the garage door would open the opener would open a garage. So it's a certain amount of tenacity. So, it could have been worse. There's more room in the garage with only one bike having to park up there instead of three. I had adjusted the amperage meter down about 10% on the bike in an effort to have it quit melting the connector now that the bike was not under warranty anymore. And so far that had been working, but the bike was more sluggish. It handled most hills okay, but really big hills that were long, when I did Valley Center last week, as I hit the final stretch, I was only getting about 40% power, which I made it up the hill, but just barely, and I mostly bought the Kepler to help me uphill, so I moved it down a little smidge. One click instead of three. And if something happens, I'm back under warranty again, so there's that advantage, but it ended up costing about $2,400 to replace the bike and all the stuff, and pay to get it put together and get the Tannis shields put back into the tires, so that will be an owie when I get the credit card bill next month. And I completely forgotten about it, but realized when I got back on the bike today that I also need to get another mirror. But I think that's the last accessory I'm going to need. I'm headed up to Anaheim tomorrow, and my original plan was to take the bike, ride up and down the Santa Ana River Trail the 2 days I'm going to be there, but it is supposed to rain pretty hard both days, so I had already decided not to take the bike. but I wanted to get in a bit of a test ride. Make sure everything was okay. It is chilly.